Imagine this. It is 1945. The Second World War has finally ended. Cities are celebrating. Lights return to streets that have known only darkness. The world believes the nightmare is over.
But in Moscow, another war is just beginning. A war with no bombs, no soldiers. A war of listening.
The United States sends its ambassador to the Soviet Union, a senior diplomat, respected, experienced, a man who believes diplomacy can prevent another catastrophe.
And that belief is exactly what Soviet intelligence was waiting for.
One day, the ambassador receives an invitation, a friendly one, an opening ceremony at a Soviet children's summer camp. Public, harmless, even charming.
Children, music, flags, because nothing lowers suspicion like innocence.
At the height of the celebration, 4 young Soviet pioneers walk toward the ambassador. They smile, they stand proudly, they are holding a gift.
A large, beautifully carved wooden object.
It is the Great Seal of the United States, handcrafted from fine wood, every feather, every detail, perfect.
Too perfect.
The ambassador is deeply moved. This is not just art, it is symbolism, respect, diplomacy between allies who just won a war together.
And a Trojan horse.
A Soviet translator casually makes a suggestion. He recommends hanging the seal inside the ambassador's office, in a place of honor, somewhere private.
The library.
The most secure room in the embassy, where doors are closed, where guards do not listen, where sensitive conversations happen freely.
And where no one expects to be heard.
The ambassador agrees. The seal is mounted on the wall, and at that exact moment, the Soviets gain access to American secrets.
Because the seal was never just a decoration.
Hidden inside the wood, installed during the carving process, was a device. Not planted later, not smuggled in secretly, but built into the seal from the very beginning.
A masterpiece of espionage engineering.
The device had no battery, no wires, no power source of any kind.
Which meant it was invisible to detection.
It was a passive listening device, completely silent, completely inert, invisible to metal detectors, invisible to radio sweeps.
As long as it remained asleep.
From a building across the street from the embassy, Soviet intelligence officers aimed a focused radio signal directly at the ambassador's office.
Not to listen, but to activate.
The radio waves reached a thin antenna hidden inside the wooden seal. That energy activated a small metal cavity inside the device.
And the device woke up.
Every sound in the room caused a thin metal diaphragm to vibrate. Voices, footsteps, chairs moving, paper turning.
Those vibrations reshaped the reflected radio signal.
The device did not record sound like a microphone. It did not transmit sound like a radio.
It reshaped physics.
The modified radio signal bounced back across the street, carrying every conversation spoken inside that room.
In real time.
Diplomatic negotiations, military discussions, private conversations with Washington.
All delivered directly to Soviet intelligence without a single wire, without a single battery.
For 7 years, the device remained undetected.
7 years of perfect espionage.
4 American ambassadors used that office. Furniture was replaced, carpets were changed, walls were repainted.
But no one touched the seal.
Then, in the 1950s, something unexpected happened.
A mistake.
A British radio technician was scanning frequencies. Routine work, nothing unusual.
Until he heard a voice.
Clear, unencrypted.
Impossible.
The British understood immediately. This was not normal interception.
Sound was leaking.
They quietly warned the Americans, urgently, carefully.
You are being listened to.
The Americans panicked. A massive search began inside the embassy.
Walls, floors, ceilings.
Every room was inspected, every object tested.
Nothing.
No wires, no transmitters, no signals.
Until someone had one final idea.
Search while the signal is active.
Search while the enemy is listening.
They waited.
And when the Soviets transmitted again,
The equipment reacted.
strongly,
The signal pointed to one object.
the wooden seal.
They broke it open.
Inside, a small metal cavity, a thin antenna,
No battery, no wires.
a spy device that should not exist.
American engineers were stunned. At first, they did not even understand how it worked. They named it simply the thing.
The discovery was classified immediately.
The device was removed, sealed, and flown to the United States. The public was never told.
Because admitting the truth meant admitting vulnerability.
Engineers eventually understood the device. Radio energy activated it. Sound reshaped the signal. Physics did the rest.
A perfect listener, invisible until the moment it spoke.
Then, in 1960, everything changed.
A new crisis.
An American U-2 spy plane was flying deep over Soviet territory. High altitude, top secret.
Until it was shot down.
The pilot survived. He was captured. The wreckage was displayed.
The United States was exposed.
At the United Nations Security Council, the Soviets accused America of espionage, of lies, of violating sovereignty.
The world was watching.
For days, America denied everything: weather research, navigation errors.
But the evidence was undeniable.
So, the United States responded.
With truth.
At a United Nations Security Council session, the American ambassador stood up.
The room fell silent.
He placed an object on the table,
A wooden object.
the Great Seal of the United States.
And then he revealed what was hidden inside.
He explained how it was given as a gift, how it hung inside the American embassy in Moscow, how it listened for 7 years.
7 years of stolen secrets.
The message was clear. Yes, America had spies.
But so did the Soviet Union.
The Cold War was no longer about armies.
It was about deception.
From that moment on, embassies were redesigned, security doctrines rewritten, trust destroyed.
The age of innocence was over.
The wooden seal became legend, studied in intelligence schools, a warning passed from generation to generation.
A reminder of the most dangerous lesson in espionage.
From a very slow, reflective pace, it sometimes accelerates suddenly. How long will it fleet?
A reminder of the most dangerous lesson in espionage.
That the greatest threat
Does not always arrive by force. Sometimes it arrives as a gift.